Okay, good morning guys and welcome to the channel. My name is Ian Barbosa. I work with the UOW KDU School of Mass Communication and I am the technical specialist here. What is my job? Well, my job is to help students learn how to use gear professionally and to achieve the most professional results. Just a little bit background information about myself. I am a video producer and an advertising consultant as well. All right, I have businesses on the outside that conduct this function professionally. Why am I doing this? Well, this channel was created recently due to the COVID pandemic situation. Students were not getting to come to school, but they still needed instruction. So I decided, yeah, why not? Everyone's doing it. Why don't I go online as well? And there are certain pros and cons. If you've joined this channel, you have most probably gone through all the clips and looked at all the playlists, and you will realize that there are different video tutorials for different levels of user, okay? And that is because this channel is not only for beginners, it's actually also for our senior students. Okay, over here at the School of Mass Communication, we do advertising, new media, film production, public relations, etc., etc. All right, we've got diploma and degree programs. So we've got beginners and we've got very advanced students about to go embark on their career. Okay, so the little snippets of tutorials and information that you find on this channel will be of different levels. Do not worry. If you do not know what you're listening to, you can skip the video. It's not compulsory. All right. If you want to learn more about what is happening, by all means, please go and look and try to follow. Okay. These tutorials are specifically designed for industry use. If you go on YouTube and look at other people's channels, I am sure you will find similar content. Okay. The difference with this channel is you get me. This is my email, guys, and I'm giving it to you so that you can send me questions and I will answer them directly. That's right. Every single one will get an answer. Okay? If the answer is simple, I will reply in the email. If the answer is complex and I feel that I need to make a demonstration, I'll make a video. So guys, subscribe and like this channel. Click that little bell notification so that every time a new video comes up, you'll get it straight away. Okay? All right, so let's start. The intro credits. Okay guys, welcome back. You want to shoot great video with your handphone. You have a good handphone. If you've bought a handphone within the past 5 years, your handphone is good. It can shoot nice videos. But what's the difference between your handphone and this handphone that's shooting me right now? That's right, folks. I'm shooting with a handphone. But if you compare your footage and my footage, you will find that it is different somehow. All right? It's not about sharpness. It's about production value. It's about quality. It's about the look and feel of the video. So what I'm going to do in this video is introduce you to all the different chapters and aspects of video production. Okay? And then I'm going to introduce you to the little tips and tricks that you can do with your handphone to get a very good job. Okay? All right. So in a nutshell, there are essentially going to be just 3 main portions of this video. The first one is knowing your handphone, okay? What to do, what to look for, how to customize your handphone so that it shoots really good stuff. Number 2 is shooting techniques, how to shoot, what to do, what is the lighting procedure, what is the sound procedure, okay? Number 3, what software do you use to edit your video? All right, guys? All right, so let's get started. But first, let's talk about handphones, okay? Now, we all have handphones, and if you have purchased a handphone recently, I'm pretty sure you're slightly tech knowledgeable. you understand technology. And the first thing that you will probably understand is your camera megapixel. That's right. When you buy a handphone, the manufacturer will say, my handphone has 48 megapixels, 100 megapixels, etc., etc. So let me dispel the myth straight away. You don't need all those high-end megapixels for video. Okay, guys? Your phone will probably only be able to shoot HD or full HD resolutions. Okay? What is a resolution? Look at this frame. The size of this frame is your frame resolution. Okay? Full HD resolution means there's 1920 pixels. A pixel is the smallest dot on your screen, okay, a picture element, by 1080. 1920, 1080, this is called full HD resolution. Okay? Your phone can also shoot 1280 by 720 resolution. This is called HD resolution. Can you see the difference between these two? One is the frame is bigger, another one, the frame is smaller. Okay? These two resolutions are the standard resolutions that are on most headphones today. And these are the resolutions that I want you to focus on. Now, some of you may have bought the latest, smartest, fanciest handphones, iPhones, the new Xiaomi, Redmi, and all that. And most of these phones can shoot 4K resolution, all right, which is basically 3,800 pixels by I don't even know. So here's my recommendation, guys. To be a professional, you need to edit your videos. And most of you will want to edit on your phone, okay? If you shoot in 4K resolution and you try to edit it on your phone is going to hang. It's going to complain. It's going to be so slow. And the reason for that is simple and quite common sense. Video files are the largest files in any computer history. All right? They are so big that literally even computer systems, desktop workstations, find it hard to process. Okay? If you speak to any professional video editor and you ask them, I want to edit 4K video, the first thing they're going to ask is, do you have a powerful computer? All right? So, attempting to edit a 4K video on your phone is not recommended. All right? It may work, it may not. But one thing I guarantee you, you're going to be irritated. Because when you start moving stuff around, when you start clicking play, it's just going to jerk. Don't do that, guys. Stick with a format that your phone can handle, and that format, ladies and gentlemen, is 720p, otherwise known as 1280 720 pixel resolution. This is the smallest resolution for HD formats. This is also the resolution that most phones can handle. All right? So if you shoot in this format, you make a video in this format, you send this video to your friends, they will be able to play it. If you shoot in 4K, send it to your friend. Number one, WhatsApp, you can't send a file so big in WhatsApp. All right? You'll have to email the file to them. And even when they get the file, it's going to be in hundreds of megabytes or gigabytes. And if they click play, it may work, it may not work. Okay, guys? So in matter of true decency, don't send those big files to anybody, all right? Just stick with 720p. Now, YouTube, on the other hand, has gone to the point where it can accept 4K resolutions. But understand this, guys, YouTube is a professional establishment dedicated to video streaming. And the majority of the people who are using YouTube are like me. We know what we are doing. We have professional gear. We can make it happen. All right. All right, that's the first thing, 720p. Okay? Make sure that your camera has a very good resolution. Okay? But here's the problem, guys. If you're shooting videos on your handphone, you want to use this camera. This is the selfie camera, and it's shooting me. Selfie cameras don't have a good resolution. All right? If you do your check and look at all the brochures, selfie cameras have 2 megapixel, 5 megapixel, maybe 8 megapixel cameras. all right? My phone over here only has a 5 megapixel camera. What do you think, guys? Quality is all right? If you're shooting yourself and you're doing this kind, talking to a screen kind of scenario, the camera that you're going to be using is the selfie camera, all right? And selfie cameras don't have that 48 megapixel, that 100 megapixel resolution. Selfie cameras have 2, 3, 5, 8 megapixel resolution. All right, look at the video. Is this quality sufficient to you? It's perfect, sufficient to me. Okay? So what's the big deal, guys? Why are camera manufacturers pushing 48 megapixel and all that? Well, here's the sad truth. In order to shoot full HD resolution, all you need is a 2 megapixel camera. That's it, guys. That's the secret. If your phone can shoot 2 megapixels, you can shoot HD. Okay? So don't worry about it if you have an old phone. If you've bought a phone within the past 5 years, I guarantee you can shoot HD. Now, there are a lot of other formats as well. You've got smaller sizes, you've got bigger sizes. Ignore all those formats, okay? We want a format that is playable on social media very conveniently. We want a format that is sharp, like this, and we want a format that can be manipulated, that can be processed. This format is the ideal choice for you. All right, point number 2. How do I make my phone smooth? How do I make my phone work properly? Well, the next point is your memory. Okay, I'm skipping processors because that is totally irrelevant. All right, guys? You don't change your phone because of the processor. If you change your phone because of the processor to buy a more expensive phone, you may as well buy a professional DSLR camera. It's about the same price. Okay? So ignore the processors for now. Focus on the real thing that you can change, and that is your storage space, your memory. If you buy a phone or if you go online and you check, you will realize that phone manufacturers make phones using 2 specifications. All right? The first one is your RAM. I don't know whether I'm pointing in the right place or not. Yeah, I think it's correct. The first number is your RAM, or random access memory, and those numbers are small. You've got 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, and maybe 16, okay? That is your working space, okay? In a nutshell, you want as much RAM as possible. The more RAM you have, the smoother your phone will operate. Simple philosophy. What is the minimum number of RAM? 2. But your phone is going to jerk, it's going to be slow. What is a nice number of RAM? 4 and above. Okay, guys? This phone has a 4 gigabyte RAM, and when I use it all the time to edit videos, to record sound, to take photographs, professionally, not just for friends and family. I do this in my production as a backup camera. What if I don't have 4 gigabytes of RAM? No problem. All you need to do is understand and expect that your phone is going to be slow. Okay? And when I say slow, I mean irritatingly slow, guys. Okay? If you want to upgrade, your next phone should have more RAM. Simple as that. Okay? Second feature, the other storage space. And that one is bigger, guys. That one has 16, 32, 64, or 128. Okay? That is your secondary storage. All right? Some manufacturers will call it ROM. It doesn't matter. Just understand that that number refers to the amount of files that you can keep on your phone. Okay? What is the best number for you? As big as you can afford. Okay? Afford, guys. These numbers, the bigger they get, the more expensive your phone. Okay? Please understand that. With that said, how much is enough? My phone here, this one recording, has 128 gigabytes of ROM, secondary storage. And that allows me to shoot a lot of footage, okay? In fact, if I'm looking at my phone right now, based on current settings, I can shoot 10 hours and 30 minutes. Yeah, 10 hours and 30 minutes of video, guys. That's a long time. Oh wait, hang on. my phone doesn't have 128 gigabytes of RAM, it has 256. How did I do that? Well, it's simple. I bought a phone that allows me to stick in additional memory. All right? That additional memory is a micro SD card. So I bought an additional 128 gigabytes of micro SD space, stuck it into my phone, and now my phone has 4 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of internal storage, 128 gigabytes of USB storage. My phone has not hung on me since the day I bought it. Okay, guys? This is the one thing that I feel you should focus on if you want to improve your phone, if you want your phone to be reliable. Spend some money and get that. Okay? Third point, the point that is pretty important to you and to me and to everybody, and that is the size of your battery. All right? A lot of us buy phones and we don't pay attention to battery size. But remember this, if you're shooting a video, you are asking your phone to work at its highest capacity for hours. That's right, guys. Shooting video is power hungry. All right? So if your phone doesn't have the battery size, yeah, it will stop. Even though your phone says 10 hours of space available, your battery will only work for 1. Okay? So don't panic. This is what you do. Get a power bank. USB power bank with a USB cable, and stick it into your phone and record. That is the cheapest option, guys. The other option, of course, is to buy a phone with a big battery. And battery sizes are determined by mAh rating. mAh stands for milliamp hour, and the bigger the mAh number, the longer your battery can last. My phone has a 5000, I think it's a 5000. By the way, guys, my phone is a Redmi Note 9. Okay? Medium quality grade camera, not high end. All right? I don't believe in buying high end equipment because I'm happy with this quality. It looks pretty good. Okay, guys? Battery, power bank, USB cable, you are sorted. All right? And that, in a nutshell, is what you need on your phone. Oh yeah, there is one more thing which will make your life easier, and that is to get a smartphone that has a big screen, diagonal screen. My phone size is 6.5 inches. It's one of the bigger handphones, simply because I'm a big guy. I'm almost 6 foot tall, and my fingers are fat. Okay? I need that space to touch and slide stuff around. Hang on, I hear you say, can I use a tablet? Yes, you can. Tablets are great. Tablets are big. Holding a tablet like this for a long time, shooting video, it's great for 20 seconds of video. But if you're shooting 1 hour clips, if you're shooting hundreds of shots, after a while, your hand is going to hurt. Okay? Number one. Number two, tablet manufacturers don't focus their energies on the camera. They focus on operational functionality. Okay? They want you to touch the screen and use it. That's what a tablet is for. So you may not get a really good optics or camera on a tablet. And more importantly, because your tablet is so much bigger, the battery may not last as long as your handphone. Of course, you can plug in a USB power bank if you want. But can you imagine carrying a tablet, cable, bigger power bank in your pocket? All right? Totally, totally cumbersome. I sincerely will not recommend it. Okay, guys? All right, so that is what makes a decent handphone. Okay? When I say handphone, I mean for camera work, yeah? Now let's talk about shooting. What software do I use? A lot of you are going to be shooting in automatic mode. You're going to use the camera app that comes on your phone. You're going to press camera, you're going to press selfie mode, and you're going to do this. All right? But if you realize something, guys, if you look at this video right now, everything looks smooth, everything looks static, everything looks very consistent. The light isn't changing, the color isn't changing, the exposure isn't changing. this looks like a professionally shot video, right? And the reason is because I'm using a professional grade software. All right? That's the software. Open Camera app for Android. Now, what makes the app special? It has manual controls. Okay, guys? Manual controls. If you are using an app that doesn't allow you to adjust the brightness, the shutter speed, the ISO and all that, that is not a manual control app. You will not have control of the brightness. If you move, it will become dark. If you move here, it will become bright. And that is a really big no-no in terms of professionalism. Okay? We want consistency. We want the video to look the same regardless of what is happening. I can leave and come back tomorrow and the image will be exactly the same. All right? You just need to remember the settings, write it down, and get it done. Okay, guys? Right. So, if you're using Android, you can try the Open Camera app. If you're using Apple iOS, you will need to go and look on the internet for a manual control photo application. There are tons of them out there. Okay, guys? This tutorial isn't about the camera app. All right? All you need to do is look at the link below. All right? I've added a link below to the installation page on the Play Store. I will also put in a tutorial video on how to use the Open Camera app created by some other YouTubers on the internet, and they did a really good job. Just follow those practices. Okay, guys? Again, let me repeat, you want manual control. If it's not manual control, stick with the original video app that you are using. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that you can't shoot in automatic mode, right? You can. But your expectation must be at that level. You cannot set auto mode and then expect to look like this. It will not happen. Okay? All right, let's move on. That is the app that you use. Now, what makes a professional cameraman professional? It's not your phone, it's not your lens, and it's not even your camera app. It's your operation, how you shoot. Okay? So in this next segment, we are going to talk about shooting techniques and some of the tools that you may want to buy or use to get the best shot possible. All right, guys? All right, we're going to take a little break and we will come back in a while. Hi guys, I'm back. Okay, I took a break because I needed to prepare some equipment and bring them out to show you, because the next topic we're going to talk about is other gear, other pieces of equipment that is going to make your production so much more professional. And the first thing I want to introduce to you is this microphone that I'm using that is connected to the handphone. All right, this is called a lapel mic. It clips here to my lapel. This is called a lapel. See that? Let me take it out for you. See that? A little microphone stuck to a wire, which you can clip here. The wire now goes to the handphone, and I can literally walk up to 10 feet away, and the audio is still going to be perfect. Okay, guys? You don't need it if you don't want to. You can use the microphone on your handphone. But you know and I know that that doesn't work. Now, the reason for that is because handphone microphones are designed to work at this distance. Okay? We don't want to shoot videos at this distance. Do you want to see this face all the time? No. We want to shoot at a comfortable distance. We want to be able to be creative. We want to be able to move. So the lapel mic is an option, and you need to know something. I don't believe in buying super expensive equipment if you are not doing this professionally, which is why I bought this. All right? Yeah, you can pause the video and have a look at that. Or you can click the links in the description. I will include a link to some companies in Penang where you can buy this stuff from. I'm not affiliated to them. I don't make any money from them. All right, I'm just helping you guys out if you want to go and look for some cheap gear. All right, this is about $35 if I'm not mistaken. And that is cheap, guys. Don't think it's expensive. It's cheap. I've got a lapel mic at home that costs $5,000. I do this for a living, okay? 35 bucks, cheap as chips. And it'll work with any handphone, apart from Apple phones, of course. But any Android phone, plug it in and you get good sound, okay? Tip number 1. Tip number 2 is this one, okay? Now this is a big model, but basically it is an LED light, okay? You can buy some of these lights for 160 ringgit, 200 ringgit, 300 ringgit, and they help you tremendously in getting a very professional and nice looking shot, okay? Now I'm going to turn this off because it's way too bright for me, because right now in this studio, I am literally lit by multiple lights. I've got a beautiful light over here and I've got a beautiful light over there. If you want to learn more about lighting, please look at this channel through the clips, and there will be other videos to help you understand what studio lighting is all about. Key lighting, fill lighting, etc. But if you're starting off and you want to shoot stuff for yourself, just follow the key principle. You can get a cheap video light like this, or you can stand underneath existing lights that you have. I'm not going to lie to you guys. The secret of good video is light, all right? If you don't have enough light, your handphone is going to struggle. You won't be able to focus properly. You will have a lot of noise, okay? And your camera is just going to look, the video is just going to look horrible. All right, so if you want to get good video quality, make sure you're shooting in a room that has a lot of light, or you're shooting outdoors where there's a lot of light. If you want to shoot at night where there's literally no light, yeah, you're going to have to bring your own light. All right, guys? Not that expensive, okay? 100 something, 200 something is cheap by comparison. Some of our lights here in this studio, thousands and thousands of dollars. Okay, so ask yourself what is important to you and work on that. The third option, and the one that I find very, very useful, is this light stand camera setup over here. Okay, I have one over here. This is called a monopod. Monopod means single leg, one leg, all right? At the bottom of the monopod, we have this three-legged thing here. And the reason I like this is because it's light and I can just place it anywhere I want and let go. The camera is going to be super rock solid, super steady, and I can shoot myself. Okay? Now, if your job is not to shoot yourself and you want to shoot other things, then you don't need this. Okay? You can shoot a video handheld, using some of the techniques that I'm going to show you in a while. But can you hold the handphone for hours on end? Let's say you're shooting an event. Let's say you're shooting a birthday party. Do you want to hold your camera like this for half an hour? You can, if you want. The footage is going to be horrible. You're going to start shaking, okay? So, to prevent that from happening, you will need to buy a tripod. Tripod refers to 3 legs. 1, 2, 3, tripod, okay? You will not find a quadpod, 4 legs, not necessary. You will not find a bipod, 2 legs. It doesn't stand up. 3 legs is the absolute minimum. This is what is being used by professionals around the world, okay? Now, the difference between you and a professional, of course, is price. This particular tripod can be purchased for 25 ringgit. That's right, guys, 25 bucks. Very, very cheap. Not strong at all. Works great for handphones, okay? Utterly useless for other cameras, all right? In fact, if you want to see what a professional tripod looks like, this guy over here is a professional tripod. See how big it is? And this is a professional camera. All right? How much did that cost? Thousands and thousands of dollars. If you're not going to go that direction, then just buy the cheap tripod, right? But hang on, there are different kinds of tripods, different prices. This model, okay, it's just like that one. It's small, it's compact, but it's super strong. It's about 400 ringgit. Okay? So you decide which tripod you want, but I sincerely recommend it because you can now put your handphone onto the tripod and you can move it around. Camera movement is important, guys. Okay? You will also need this device. That's your phone clip. All right? Remember, this is a handphone that you're using, not a camera, not a DSLR. That's a DSLR. All right? So you need to find a way to put your handphone onto the tripod. And this device, this clip device, let me see if I have one here. Yeah. All right? You put your handphone in here and you tighten the knob. Okay? You're going to need one of those. Cheap. Ranging from prices range from $5 to $18 depending on what model you buy. Okay, guys? All right, so in a nutshell, that is the gear that you would need to get great video. By no means are these the best quality products. They will get the job done for you. Okay? All right. In the next segment, we're going to talk about technique. Be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. Now, we are going to talk about shooting technique. Tips and tricks that are going to, well, basically turn you into a professional handphone cameraman or woman. Okay? Tip number one, well, how to hold the camera. Now, I know all of you know how to hold a camera. You have your own style and you have your own technique. You can even, most of you are even doing selfie mode and all that. But you need to understand something, guys. We're professionals. We need to be consistent. So to be consistent, our shooting technique is consistent. And it starts by holding the camera with two hands. That's right, guys. We don't hold cameras with one hand. Now, the reason for two hands is because we want to stabilize the camera automatically. Let me explain. If you hold your handphone with one hand, your hand can rotate like this. You think that it's flat, but it is not. I can guarantee you 100%. All right? Your hand may be bent, but because your body is bent as well, yeah, it's bent. So to prevent that from happening, we use two hands and hold the camera in front of us like this because our body, our brain has been trained to stabilize stuff. See whether you believe me on this. Have you ever made Maggi mee, guys? Have you ever cooked a bowl of soup? When you were young and you were first starting to cook Maggi mee, your parents asked you to hold the bowl with two hands, right? Why didn't they ask you to hold it with one hand like this and walk around? Because our brain automatically balances the bowl for us. That is horizon stabilization. That is what we want. We want our brain to stabilize the video, to make it flat automatically. I don't want to think about it. Okay? And to do that, you need two hands. You don't even need to look at the camera. Automatically, it is pretty flat and stable. Okay? So, hold it like that. Okay? Hold it in front of you. Don't do this. Okay? Hold it like that and bring your elbows in and rest it on your body. Okay? Looks stupid, I know. But let me explain why this is important, guys. In video production, you want to follow motion. The function of video is to shoot action. It's not photo, right? Action. And action means I need to follow someone walking. I need to shoot upwards, to shoot a skyscraper maybe. All right? Or I need to move with the camera. This is called a dolly shot. I'll explain all these shots in a while. So you want the camera to be stable, you want the camera to be horizontal. Hold it with two hands, rest it on your chest, and move your waist, not your hands. Don't do this. Move your waist. Let me stand back. Turn at the waist. If you don't believe me, pause the video right now, give it a shot. You are going to find that your motion, your movement is a lot smoother. Tip number one. Tip number two, if you decide that you want to move with the camera, do the same thing, but extend your arms a bit so that your arms can now float. Bend your knees and walk with bended knee like this. All right? If you are familiar with Michael Jackson and you know how to do the moonwalk, follow that principle. Don't lift your leg up, slide your legs. And you can get a very smooth movement as well. Okay? Now, in the camera, in the videographer, cinematography world, camera movement has names. All right? And here are some of the standard techniques. Technique number one is called a pan. P-A-N. Okay? Hold it, stick it to your chest, and turn at the waist to shoot this way, laterally. Okay? Horizontally, horizontal movement. You use this to shoot people walking, cars driving by, etc. Number two, what if I want to shoot upwards? That's called a tilt. Same camera grip, bend at the waist, shoot down, and then lean backwards to shoot up. Okay, guys? Tilt. You can combine these two to do a pan and tilt, which is basically from here down and going upwards. All camera work, even in Hollywood and Bollywood, practice these moves. All right, so get used to it. But you'll be surprised that the one move that is used most often is this. It's called the static shot. Okay, guys? You don't have to move your camera to get a beautiful video. In fact, if you don't move your camera can focus on the object better. See how sharp this image is? If I were to start moving around, the image gets slightly blurred. So you decide. All right? Is the movement important? Is the pan, the tilt important? Or a static shot is important? Now, with that said, we professionals don't like to hold cameras. We know that the image isn't going to be the best. So what we do is we use a tripod. Okay? And we don't use any normal tripod. We use a special tripod called a video tripod. Video tripods have a head. This is a head. See this? It also has a very long arm. All right? And what happens is we can now pan and tilt very smoothly using this device. Okay? By the way, this is the grip, the phone grip. Open it up, slide the phone in, okay? Adjust your horizon, make sure it's balanced. And now you can pan and tilt. See that? Not an expensive piece of gear, something that I highly recommend you buy. This model is designed for handphones and DSLRs, all right? Professional, semi-professional gear. You can't put that big camera on this, okay? Buy the tripod that best suits your needs, and it will last you for decades. All right, guys? Okay. So we know pan, we know tilt. Now there are two other things that we in the industry like to do, and that is walk with the handphone. So to walk with the handphone or to walk with the camera, you need to float the camera like this. And if you take steps, notice what's happening. Your body is compensating the movement. Okay? That is your stabilizer right there, guys. Again, pause the video, give it a shot. Okay? Here's move number one. This is called the dolly shot. Ready? Watch this. That's a dolly. This is a reverse dolly. Okay, guys? Not easy to do, takes some practice, but you will find your own technique and it will look good, okay? By the way, guys, use wide angle lens, right? This is called a wide angle lens. We are shooting very, very big area. If you zoom in, okay, let me show you. If you zoom in and try to move, your camera is going to shake 100%. Don't do that. Stay in wide angle and move. That was a dolly. This is a tracking shot. All right, watch this. I'll do this again. My body is facing there, but my camera is facing here. And now I take little steps and move in this direction. Okay, guys, tracking shot. Now let's combine these techniques and get some really nice footage. I'm going to use a pan, I'm going to use a tilt, and I'm going to use a dolly. Ready? We're going to do a reverse dolly with a pan and tilt. Here we go. I'm going to start from the bottom, and I'm going to go backwards. And as I go backwards, I'm going to go up, 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 and I'm going to end up here. This is the one thing that cannot be learned from a book. People will explain it to you, you will understand the concept, but you will not get it because this requires training of your muscles, all right? Motor skills, all right? Just like a badminton player, I give you a racket, it's the racket that Lee Chong-wei uses. Are you Lee Chong-wei? No. You need to practice, you need to train, you need to become so used to the equipment that you don't think about it. Camera work is the same, guys. You need to hold the phone, you need to move with the phone, you need to shoot with the phone, and you will get used to using it. Okay? Not hard, time consuming. Okay? So just to recap, guys, first thing that you don't want to do is use one hand. Okay? No good video ever comes out of it. Number two, stabilize your body. Bring your elbows in, rest it on your chest, and then move slowly. Try it out. Step number three, buy an inexpensive video tripod, get a phone clamp, put the device in here, and learn how to do pans and tilts with this device. All right? You can even lift up the tripod like this and walk. It becomes a stabilizer, a gimbal. Give it a shot. Okay? By the way, guys, don't be tempted to buy the gimbal because even if you buy the gimbal and you walk like King Kong, it's still going to shake. You need to do the Michael Jackson move. All right? Try the Michael Jackson walk with a normal tripod. Trust me, it'll look the same. All right? That's camera technique, shooting technique. Now, let's talk about how to shoot. Yeah, all of you are saying, hey, but you just explained how to shoot. No. I explained how to hold the camera and how to move. That's not shooting, okay? This is shooting. Deciding what to shoot, when to shoot it, how to shoot it. That's the tough part. And it all begins with framing. Okay, guys? Next section. See you in a while. Welcome back to one of the most important segments of this video. How to shoot a good video. We learned about camera equipment, we learned about support equipment, we learned about other tools and accessories to help us get a good, clean, sharp image. This chapter, this segment is going to tell you how to make a nice, beautiful image in the frame. That's right, guys. This square thing here is your paper. Your paper where you're going to paint a beautiful image, where you're going to instruct, where you're going to show the best image possible. And to do that, you're going to need to apply some rules. Okay? The first rule, of course, is how to frame a human being. What does that mean? Shoot lah. What person standing there, I just aim and shoot him. Yeah, in a simple way, that's what it means. In a professional manner, we can only shoot in certain styles, okay? Because framing someone invokes emotion. Shooting a video is emotional, guys. We are trying to connect with you emotionally. If you're listening to me, you're listening to my voice, you're listening to my intensity, okay? You are going to be engaged with me. You are going to listen. If you're not interested, if I'm talking to you, okay, boys, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to... If I talk like that, no one's going to listen, guys. All right? I have energy. I have emotion. But to give the most emotion, you need to frame me in a proper manner, okay? So here are the framing techniques that you want to follow. The first framing technique is called the close-up. You shoot me from the head to about here, okay? That's a good close-up. I fill up the frame, but I'm not too close. That's too much. This close, very nice. The function of a close-up is to share something with you. If I'm holding up a product and I want to show the product, a close-up is great, okay? If I want to get you to connect with me, if let's say I'm crying and I want you to feel my pain, this would be the perfect framing. But do not shoot your whole video like this because it's tiring. And after a while, you're going to say, wow, why this uncle's face got a hole and all that? Yeah, not good. Use this shot sparingly and for special occasions. All right? The next shot is the medium shot. This is called the medium shot. It's from the waist up. And this is the shot that we use the most. All right? Simply because you can see my hands. This is how we talk to people. All right? For example, if I meet you for the first time, I shake your hand and say, hi, how are you? My name is Ian. What's happening? I step back. You step back. This is the distance that we communicate. Hey, how are you? Hey, do you see the Justice League? Wow, 4 hours, man. Got it? Most comfortable distance. Most of you are going to be shooting at this distance. Okay? And it's a great distance to shoot at. The problem is, where do I put the body? In a close-up, there's not much space to move. All right? It's either here or here. But in a medium shot, you can move this person or put this person over here, or smack in the center. Do not do this, guys. Do not put the head right in the center of the screen, right? Put it slightly higher up. We have a rule to follow, and that rule is called the rule of thirds. It is a rule that was discovered very early during the Greek times when artists started painting stuff, architects started building stuff. They decided that this rule is interesting. It makes an interesting image. And what this rule states is this: never put anything in the center of the frame. See these 3 lines here? Yeah, that's the rule of thirds. Okay? You can Google it, learn more about it, but I'm just going to give you a rough outline. You see these lines? Yeah. It splits the screen into 3 parts. All right? 3 parts vertically, 3 parts horizontally. Now, if you place your object on any of these lines, your frame becomes interesting. Okay? That is the go-to rule that a lot of photographers start with. I use the word start with, guys. You don't have to stick with it all the time. Okay? Some people do the rule of thirds and then they realize, I don't like it, I want something else. They apply another rule. They use the golden ratio or the golden mean. That's the pattern. Okay? Now, in terms of photography and videography, there are many, many, many concepts to learn. Our degree students have to learn all those concepts. They have to apply those concepts and they have to make a very professional production using those theories. You don't have to, guys. You're not degree students and you're not professionals, right? You're learning how to shoot a video and enjoy yourself and get a good image at the same time. So just follow this simple rule. Don't put anything in the center. That's the most natural reaction, all right? We all do. Just move it off to one side a little bit, like this. And instantly, you now have two focal points. Focal point number one is me. Focal point number two is the background. All right? And this is particularly interesting because if I am a host and I'm talking about my background, I can now point. You will experience the background as well as my information. Got it? If I want to talk about an intimate subject, look at this. See this? Use the close-up. Okay? The third one, and this is the one that everyone knows how to do, is called the wide shot. We use this to shoot the environment. I am not important anymore. I'm just part of the scene. Okay? We use this when we go on holidays and we are shooting scenery. We use this when we are shooting groups of people. And that's fine. But if you shoot an entire video in wide, it's boring. So guys, plan your shoots, all right? Start off with a wide shot and then come in for a medium shot. Sometimes go for a close-up. Sometimes add some titles. Sometimes add some graphics. See that? This makes your production professional. This makes your production worth watching. Okay? All right. We are speeding along, guys. And I have to admit that this video is actually a very cursory view of video production. Okay? If you look at the other video clips in this channel, some of them talk about these points in detail. Please have a look. You may not understand it because, like I said, all of these skills piggyback on each other. It's a recursive learning process. You need to start with step 1 and then go to step 10. But don't panic, guys. Take your time. Follow the course. Follow the YouTube channels. If you really want to go in depth and learn about film and media production, join our program. All right? We have diploma courses, we have degree courses, and we also do corporate training. All right? For organizations. If you're an organization and you want someone to come in and teach you guys how to do this on a corporate scale, yeah. Usually I would go in and I would conduct a program for you. Okay? All right. Right, so now we're going to go to the last part of the video, and this is the part that I'm having trouble with. That is the editing. Okay, guys? And the reason for that is because there's no such thing as a simple editing technique. None. Editing is one of the hardest things that you can do on any device. If it was simple, every Tom, Dick, and Harry would be doing it. And there would be no film, no TV crew, no production crew. Right? Everybody will shoot their own videos. But here's the question. Do you want to be as good as me? Or do you just want to edit a simple video? I shoot myself, I put a title, I deliver. Okay? All right, so here's what's going to happen. Before you even start editing, you need to ask yourself what your expectations are. If you have seen a movie or a television commercial and it looks really beautiful, graphics, animation, motion graphics, titles moving around, actresses, actors, makeup, lights, yeah, they weren't shot on handphone, guys. It was shot by a professional crew with hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment, 20 crew people, months and months of post-production and editing. That is your expectation. You will never get it on a phone. Okay? The best that you can do on a phone would be something like this. Okay? Maybe with a little bit of B-roll. B-roll is additional footage that you shoot later and tamba. Okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to introduce you to two software that you can download for free on Android devices. The first one is Power Director, links below. Okay. I'll also put links to their corporate website where they have training courses, training videos. Please look at those videos, experiment with the software, and give it a shot. The second one is Kinemaster. By the way, guys, these are all free. I'm not asking you to buy anything. Don't buy anything. Kinemaster. Similar concept to Power Director. The website link is also there. Training courses are also there. YouTube links are also there. Again, give it a shot. Take your time. You're not going to master this in a day. You are going to learn how to use the software in a day, but producing beautiful content is going to take you months. Now, with that said, I don't use phones to edit. It's just a horrendous experience for me. So instead, what I do is I use computer systems. I use PCs. I use laptops to edit. Now, a lot of you are saying here, but I cannot afford to buy the software. Don't panic, my friend. I'm going to give you free software. And the first software we're going to talk about is this one, Shotcut. That's right, folks. It's free. Links are in the description. Download, install, follow the training again, and you can edit videos professionally. The second one is called OpenShot. Also free, also downloadable, and you can use it. Okay? These are very basic editing suites. They can do a lot of stuff. But if you really want a professional piece of kit, Davinci Resolve. That's what I use as well, one of the software. Professional grade, used on Hollywood film productions. But here's the problem, guys. You need a super duper computer to get this to work. Even if you have an i7, even if you have an iMac, it may not work, guys. Your computer, to your standard, is powerful, but to me it isn't. My version of a powerful computer to do this costs $15,000. One. Just the CPU alone. All right, we're not calculating the monitors, the screens, and all the other things that I need to edit. Okay, guys? Again, manage your expectations, know what you want to achieve, and get the software and the hardware just for that. Now, once you've reached that level, you have already bottlenecked. All right? You know you want to go further. Then buy new stuff. All right, guys? All right. So once again, I want you to pay attention to that one. My email. This is the potential for you to learn customized tips and tricks. Just send me an email. Tell me who you are, what you want to learn, what you're interested in, what problems you are facing with regards to media, and I will help you. If the answer is simple, I'll just reply in the email. If the answer is more complex, I'll make a video explaining it to you. If the answer is super hard, but really interesting, I'd make a demo video like this and share it on the channel as well. Okay, guys? Now, this is for all of you, all right? I have invited a lot of people to this channel, from schools to school children, school kids like yourself, to teenagers, to college students, corporate entities, friends, and family. So there are going to be different levels of training in this channel, and I am curating them via playlist. All right? So if you go to the top of your YouTube channel and if you click on playlists, you will see different sections dedicated to different things. Okay? There will be one on Premiere Pro, which is an editing software. Unfortunately, you're going to need to buy it. If there is a demand, I'll even make a training section on Shotcut and OpenShot. All right? But I'll be honest, guys, all of these software already have training programs elsewhere on YouTube. Please give them a shot. Very comprehensive, very detailed. Okay? If you need me to answer one specific question regarding these software, then let me know. I'll make a video just doing that one specific function. All right, guys? Thank you very much for joining us. I am Ian Barboza from the UOW KDU Penang campus, School of Mass Communication. All right? We do diploma programs. We do degree programs. Most importantly, guys, we are one of the few schools around that focuses on theoretical and practical aspects. Practical is my job. If you come and join us, you are going to be spending a lot of time with me, learning how to use all of this gear and become professional. All right. So, till we meet again, adios and have a great day, guys.